Well, as that special music showed you, the topic this morning is Mission Impossible and transformation. In the past several years, of course, they came out with a couple of movies that were based on the old TV series Mission Impossible. And if you're unfamiliar with either of these, yeah, it always had this person that was a leader of a team, and he would go someplace and find this envelope that he would open, and it would tell him what the mission was. And then he would gather in his team, and they would begin to gather in the tools and sometimes even make masks of faces to portray certain people. And they would go about their mission. It wasn't always easy. In fact, most of them were rather difficult. And yet we come into this world on a mission as well. Sometimes we don't really understand or know what that mission is because we didn't open the envelope. We don't have any instructions. We don't know how to proceed. It was kind of interesting. Probably for the last month, I've been really feeling like transformation was what I was supposed to talk about. And so I was paying attention to whenever the word transformation came up in anything I was reading and noting them down. And then on Friday, I kind of realized, gee whiz, I don't have a song. I don't have any idea what this is going to be. Spirit, help me. And pretty soon, I had Mission Impossible playing through my head over and over like some kind of mantra telling me pay attention. So that's what I titled it. Don Jose Ruiz says, transformation is neither easy nor comfortable. No matter how necessary it is or how delightful and refreshing it feels on the other side of the metamorphosis, it's going through, you tend to be going through a rather harrowing experience, this transformation. And though we kind of feel that way over the last few years, it's like we take one step forward and two steps back type of thing on this mission that we're on. Yes, our mission to awaken from our state of amnesia and remember who we truly are and why we are truly here on Earth at this particular time. We sure wonder about that, I know. We search for the answers in the outer world. We watch videos, we listen to radio interviews and experts, podcasts, you name it. We're always looking, always trying to find a way. How do we discover who we truly are and why we are here? We often forget to listen to the age-old advice of those who have gone before us. They tell us the answers lie where? Within ourselves. Within. Going within and connecting to your higher self and God source, Ruiz has this to say. It takes a lot of faith, strength, and vulnerability to dissolve the old and be able to create the new. In the process, we can give ourselves permission to mourn what is passing and ask for help and protection as we make the journey forward and fulfill our mission. I remember a number of years ago being given a book, and I don't remember the author because I wound up giving the book on to someone else, where she was talking about the fact that God, our creator, had a plan to redeem this earth. I've since found out that that plan encompasses the whole of the universe. Everything is being upgraded. Everything. Not just us, not just our planet. Every solar system, every galaxy is being upgraded. Well, that's a pretty big plan, pretty big mission. I've also read that many of us souls that are here today did come here, did agree to take part in that mission, to turn this energy that we have had on this earth for such a long period of time around, and to create balance, to create harmony, to create all of what we truly want to have, that peace, that new world. So if this is our mission, why don't we feel like we're taking part in it most of the time? That's because oftentimes it's happening, but we are unaware. We are totally unaware. A lot of it actually takes place in our sleep state, I've heard. You ever wake up those mornings and you feel like, oh, I slept all night, but I just feel exhausted. Just feel absolutely exhausted. Well, maybe you've been out there working on this project and you're not even aware of it. They say that, we only use about 1/3 of our brain. And I kind of think that is one of the limiting factors of why we don't remember. But we also have within our DNA parts that science is beginning to just see may have actually originated from other races out there in the universe. And that there are strands of DNA that lay dormant within our other bodies, because we are not just this physical body. We have a number of different bodies that we function through. Planet Earth is presently going through this transformation into a field of higher light frequency, which is changing this shadow field of energy that we're in and moving this old field of energy into the Aquarian energy of what is often termed the Great Shift. We've been using that word off and on here, that we're going through this shift. We're going through this shift of consciousness. Well, the shift of consciousness, we are actually energy units. It is an energy. It is a frequency change that is going on. And that's even been shown. The people that are paying attention to the hertz, the heartbeat, Mother Earth, are noticing that it has been climbing, and at times really climbing. Guess what? Our heart responds to that. So those days when you go, oh my God, or maybe your heart palpitates, or you skip a beat, or you just feel weird, maybe that is something you can look at, is what is that Schumann resonance? Where is it at? Did it reach a spike? So this energy is not only causing changes in Gaia, in our Earth, through earthquakes, slow movements of land masses, weather patterns, and distortions in the seasons. It too is causing all souls on Earth to change in frequency, including humans. All souls, animals, plants, you name it, everything. All life is changing here on this planet, including the planet, which is alive. I personally am experiencing these energy inputs around the time of new and full moon phases. Sometimes they make me restless and unable to sleep. Other times irritable and cranky, much to my husband's not liking. And still at other times filled with great energy and creativity, and I can accomplish a great deal, and that can sometimes last for 3 days in a row where I get very little sleep. It's like riding some kind of wild roller coaster these days. Many people today are still totally in the dark as to why things are the way they are in the world and why they are feeling so afraid of the changes going on. For some, a feeling of hopelessness and despair comes over them. I've seen that's happened to a number of people recently. You just feel overwhelmed by all of this. If you look out there in the world, it just seems so wild and chaotic. You wonder, is it ever going to settle down? Some people say, well, when is it going to go back to normal? Don't think so, people. It's going to be change, change, change. I was telling Chris this morning, we've been crying out, humanity's been crying out, we want it now, we want it now, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. So what's happening? It's hurrying up, and what are we doing? We're complaining. We're complaining, it's too fast. We don't have enough time. We can't do everything we used to do in our days. Yeah? Maybe we need to ask for it to be more comfortable. I know for the baby boom generation, I remember reading in something in my horoscope thing that I had done, that the baby boom generation, that our mission has been stated to be to hold the light here, to help dispense love and compassion to others while helping them to have insight into what is happening. I know we get discouraged. I've talked with many of you that your family members or your friends don't want to listen. They don't want to hear. But always remember this. You may have planted a seed that isn't going to develop for a while, because everyone will eventually make the change. It may not be in this lifetime for some of them. What is the mission of those that have come after the baby boom generation? I believe it is to continue with this, as well as find new ways of being that create more joy, more fun, happiness, and bring more and greater changes. And I see that happening with these young people that are here amongst us. They want to have a good time. They want to have fun in their life. Which brings me back to remembering that Reverend Jay used to tell us, this isn't a penal colony. This is like a Disneyland. You can have a lot of fun. And he used to have a lot of fun with energy. And how about those that are continuing to arrive? Aren't the young children we're hearing about amazing? Some of them remember past lives. Some of them come in with these incredible talent. These little Mexican children doing the Maharaja, or this little girl who's 7 and she sings like a fantastic opera star. The other thing that's happening is we're receiving people that have ideas, that have inventions that are going to come forth, and they're going to help us to change our world. We're going to be able to clean up the radiation. We're going to be able to clean up the oceans. We're going to work at eliminating disease. We're going to change our schooling system to something different, our political system. Everything is disintegrating, is dissolving, is going to be reforming into something better. That's the way energy works. Look at nature. Don't all the leaves fall down off the trees and everything becomes dormant, and then, wow, new life springs forth from it. That's what's going on. We might ask, is the mission to create heaven on earth? And is it possible? Perhaps it depends on what you believe heaven to be. Do you see it as some far-off place in the sky where God resides? Or do you hold a vision in your mind's eye, a beautiful and wonderful place, a new world with happy, joyful people cooperating, working, and creating together in tune with nature, free and doing what they love that supports their world, a place where everyone has all their needs met? Last night, I know that some of you participated in uh, doing manifestation work where two or more are gathered. In their midst is that creative energy power of the Creator. And so we need to take time, look at our lives, and the things that come up that we know we need to release. You know, maybe we've got buried away down there, shoved in some far off corner of ourselves, some old hurt, some old resentment, some unforgiveness, some judgment, some self-recrimination. I don't like that nose. It's too big for my face. Well, good grief, you said that back in, what, 7th grade? Things have changed. You've changed. It's time to let go of that garbage, that refuse that we've stored away. Because if you keep it stored away in your body, it can lead to disease, people. So, as Reverend Jay used to tell us, clean out the closet. Clean out the closet. Yes, we need to clean out the closet. Remember, we have all chosen to be here at this time, to ride this historic time on earth in grace, all the way to victory. A victory over ourself and the fulfillment of our mission to overcome the shadows that have held us back from creating a world of balance and love. A world where we can experience the higher frequency of the Aquarian energy. A world that is beyond our wildest dreams. I can remember reading that one of the downfalls of humanity is we don't tend to dream big enough. We get so caught up in the everyday that most of us have forgotten how to be like a little child that can go off into a daydream of imagination. But it's that kind of thing, that creating of a vision, of creating a feeling within ourselves that, when repeated strongly with a strong desire, that brings it into creation. Ernest Holmes talked about that as being fire of heaven. You have to have the fire of heaven to manifest. The other thing that I've read that we have to have is we have to be in a peaceful state of mind. You can't just say, okay, I'm going to create this for myself when you're feeling angry or frustrated or whatever. You've got to be peaceful within yourself. I remember talking to you about what I call the Binford 5000 mind. I don't know how many of you were here when I gave sermons about that Binford 5000 mind. There was a TV program called Home Improvement with Tim Allen, and he worked for a company and did a TV show about home improvement, and the company was Binford. And he liked to take those Binford machines and kind of crank them up a notch. So the Binford 5000 mind is when we can reach up into our higher mind. We can make that connection to our higher consciousness and bring down the creative energy into the outer world. But most of us have that hidden away in some corner of our workshop. You know, behind the cupboard door, forgotten, dusty. We need to pull it back out. And we need to get out the instruction manual and work with it. And together we can fulfill that mission to create heaven on earth. Let's take a moment to go into meditation. I'm going to let you just contemplate the words of the great invocation this morning. So just take a couple of centering breaths. Close your eyes if you desire. Let's go into that quiet space. From the point of light within the mind of God, let light stream forth into the minds of men. Let light descend on earth. From the point of love within the heart of God, let love stream forth into the hearts of men. May Christ return to earth. From the center where the will of God is known, let purpose guide the little wills of men, the purpose which the masters know and serve. From the center which we call the race of men, let the plan of love and light work out, and may it seal the door where evil dwells. Let light and love and power restore the plan on earth. Take a moment and think about what kind of a world you really want to experience. Now let's begin to come back into your body. Take a moment to move your fingers, your toes. When you're ready, open your eyes. We're going to move now into our offering. Thank you, Jennifer. So take your gift in your hands or in your mind. And for those you that wish, it can do PayPal, homecenter.com, is that correct?
PayPal, yeah. PayPal.me/homecenter.
So taking this into our mind or our hands, we just say that we know that this gift will come first into the home center and bless the home center with its needs. And then it will travel outward into the community, helping others with their needs. And it eventually will circle back to us, flowing over in abundance for us to fulfill our needs and desires. And so it is. Amen.